Welcome everyone. This video is in relation to the transfer test. It's going to be a short one. I'm just going to show the current draw at the start of a 10-minute test, and I'm just going to record the end, start and end, to show what it initially ends up drawing. What it initially starts out drawing, and then the current draw at the end of the 10 minutes, and then I'm going to repeat the test in a conventional sense where we're not using the transfer method. So same as before, we have 4 batteries in series, 1.2 volts apiece, 4.8 volts in series. We have the same light that we've used in the other tests, and it's running through this ammeter. It's difficult for me to get all of the cables in the screen. I don't have a suitable camera arrangement that allows me to get everything that I need. If you don't believe me, I guess that's on you. You can easily do this test, and so if you want to actually perform the test, you need a schematic to get the concept of what we're doing here. Go back and check out some of my other videos, please, and you get yourself up to speed, and then that makes these videos a little bit shorter. I can just do updates rather than people having to go through the whole waffle each time. Okay, so amp gauge on a 10 amp, because when it starts out it's going to be more than 200 mA. So I'll get that in shot there, and what we will do is plug in this battery that's disconnected, and that'll connect the circuit. The light should come on, and then we'll see the start out draw, 210 milliamps. Okay, and the time is 12 past 5 according to that there. So what I'll do is start a 10-minute timer, and I'll see you in 10 minutes time. Okay, so here we are at the end of that 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes. There's the time there for anyone interested. So now we're down to 190 mA, and what I'll do is I'll just switch it over to the 200 milliamp section, just so we can get that finer reading. And switch that there. So 167.5 milliamps. Okay, so now we will move on to just the conventional use. So I'll remove these extra batteries. Actually, technically, I will need to recharge those first, to be fair. Otherwise, they've already depleted a large portion of power in this test. Okay, so I'll shut this down and recharge these batteries. Okay, so here we are 2 days later. Flat batteries and mismanagement of time has led to this test being finished 2 days later. So the time is 8:54, 22nd of the 9th. So we've got, this is the conventional sense now, so just the 4 batteries in series, 4.8 volts. We will now run that through the ammeter. It's set to the 10 amp section right now, and as soon as I place this battery in, we'll be good to go. So it's 8:54. Okay, this light has a flashing function. There we go, turn that off. Okay, so 510 milliamps, that looks like. That's a lot of power to be drawing. So we'll do the 10-minute run, and we'll see what milliamps it's drawing at that point. Okay, back in 10. Okay, here we are at about 13-minute mark, and we're drawing 440. I'll turn the light on. 440 milliamps. So one can just assume straight off the bat that the parallel battery set is acting somewhat like a resistor, and reducing current draw, but that still does not change the fact that instead of that energy being used up in the resistor and created or transformed into heat, instead of that occurring in the conventional sense, we have this energy going into the parallel set. And because the parallel set of batteries can hold the power, as opposed to a resistor transforming the power into heat, the batteries have another option where they can store that power instead of converting it to something so that it's compliant with the system. So I think that's pretty obvious. Yeah, you do the calculations on it. So what I might do is I've got this resistor, so I'll quickly do a test where this gets placed in series. I've set this up to 31.6 ohms resistance, which is what the batteries present in the circuit in the transfer method. Alright, so I'll stop this now. I'll set up the resistor, and then we will see the current draw for that. Well, actually, bugger it, why don't we just do that now? And those of you who need the video to be shorter, sorry, but I think this is more important than having a short video. It's to understand what's truly going on here. Okay, so clearly that presents an issue as well. So my initial thoughts that perhaps it was acting as a resistor, that doesn't appear correct, because that's a lot dimmer. There's no way that that's the same, and if we look on the amp meter, it says it's pulling next to nothing. I'll put that on a 200. Yeah, so that's not exactly what's occurring there. I'll turn that light off for fairness, and yeah, that's extremely dim. It's hard to see on the screen. These LEDs, that looks quite bright. I'm looking at the screen now, and it appears quite bright, but when I'm looking at this with my eyes, I can see the individual LED dots. It's nowhere near accurate representation. Nonetheless, we can see there with the amp meter that's not quite accurate. So now I suppose if I turn this, we shall see an increase. So that's milliamps, 40. So we need to be okay. So that's as high as this resistor will allow us to go. What happens if place that on that side? Again, no real difference. No substantial difference, and certainly not in accordance with the theory that the batteries are acting solely as a resistor, because I had that set up to the same resistance as the batteries, and it's not performing the same. It's not chewing the same amount of power, so that can't be entirely what's going on here. Back to thinking. Okay, thanks for watching. Please like and share it and subscribe. Have a look at my other videos. If you're just finding this video, have a look at the other videos if you need an explanation of what's going on here. This is a really, really important discovery that was, over 100 years ago. And for some reason, our education has steered us away from this. I could speculate on the reason, but that just makes me look like a conspiracy nut. So, yeah, have a look at my other videos if you want to come up to speed on why these tests are being done and so forth. And yeah, please like, share and subscribe. Have a nice day.